Hello, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. Okay, if you got letters or numbers in your name there. Hello to you. Hope you're having a good weekend. So, how's everybody doing tonight? Share this up real quick. There we go. Got that shared out. Get a program started up. We see about running us a grow channel tonight. If you want channel to grow, come here. We'll see about helping your channel grow. We're going to promote channels, videos. You're here and you're part of the family. You have a video you'd like to get shared out across the live stream. See about getting some help with it. Let me know there tonight. We're going to start out with a video of Holly's from Holly's Lore. She runs a really good channel. All right, let's get some music going. Start that music. By God. Comments. Wait a couple of minutes here. Let some people get showing up. I'm going to play one of Holly's videos from Holly's Lore. Holly runs a real good channel. Watch, I'll go check her channel out there, show her a little love. It's Klowns Paranormal Adventures. I'm up here with Alan and Rosie from Alan and Rosie's Adventures. We're in an undisclosed location in Alabama, deep in the piney woods, in this old abandoned church. Floors are soft. All right, once again, Klowns Paranormal Adventures. Also, sometimes go by Ace Explorers Paranormal. Here at this abandoned church. They've been growled at in here before. Seen orbs. Oh, floor is soft. Oh, this place is falling to pieces.
I'm just kind of feeling for the beans.
Yeah.
Stay on the hard spot.
There's a bird feather. Yeah, this place is just shot, man.
Right back in that back room, right in that window to the right.
You're right.
That's where she got the picture of that.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
You're welcome. Oh,
I'm up back there.
you weigh like 55 pounds. Where's that? You're laying on the ground over there.
What's happening, everybody?
Yeah. If I weighed 55 pounds, I wouldn't be worried either. Shut up.
Shit. How you doing, Allie? How you doing, Ron? What's happening, Alan and Rosie? Oh, we got some cameras outside. Awesome. Ooh. Boy, that's a nice picture they somebody put up on Twitter. Hey, I want to give a shout out to the Venomous Friends. Have a good channel on YouTube. Also want to holler out at Holly from Holly's Lore. JBD Camo Man 73. David Tier, the Backyard UFOologist, David Vingman. Yeah, him and his haunted lava lamp. At Beyond the Veil, AK Explorations, Midnight. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. There we go. All right. Anybody want to come up and go live? Come on, panel. Yeah, I kind of felt nervous and a little self-conscious there. I hope it didn't show. Not too familiar with cryptids. I know some. Leave poor old dogmen alone. That poor dog, man. Bad enough he got fleas. You got somebody wanting to kill him. I'm joking. I don't know if they have fleas or not. I guess they do. I ain't saying that because they didn't get enough love and affection when they was growing up. Yeah, their mama probably fed them from across the room with a slingshot. By God. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, my sister thought she done me a dirty trick earlier. Set me up a bowl of chili and rice, and she poured devil's hot sauce in the chili. I took a bite and I was like, ooh, fire. But I like it that way. Then she won't call up here. Did you like what I did to your chili? And I was like, yeah, it worked just fine. Ooh. They too many hateful people, bro. Yeah, too much negativity. Hell yeah. Be hollering, fire in the hole. Allie, most of them suckers talking all that Rambo cash money shit won't get up from behind the keyboard. See, Ryan said keyboard warriors. They sit back there behind the keyboard and they thinking they bulletproof. Ooh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's one of the things I noticed. Like people spend all that money getting them damn Humvees, get them Toyota Land Cruisers, and you look and they got street slick tires on them. The only dirt they get on is there's a little dirt in the road when they pull out their concrete driveway. Oh, give me a hole where the antelope roam, and haters get white gravy every day. By God. Ha ha. Oh. Mm-hmm. By God. It's JBD. How you doing, JBD? Oh. Ugh. Those y'all that's just tuning in, I sure wish you find it in your heart. You like the show, you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'm trying so hard to get that 1,000 subscriber mark where I can see about getting the channel monetized, be able to do some traveling around there when this virus is over with. I ain't trying to get channel monetized and make money, buy drugs or alcohol or go to Las Vegas or none of that crap. I want money for buying more equipment for paranormal investigations, cryptid hunts, gas in a vehicle where I can get around to go do all of the above. By God. How you doing there, Three Souls? Old King Cole was a very old soul. Whee. You know, yeah, that was a good one too. There you go. Old King Cole was a merry old soul with a rubber belly and a buckskin nostril. By God. Ooh. What you been doing there, Three Souls? There you go, Allie. Thank you there, JB. Y'all would hit that like, share, and subscribe button. There you go. Yeah, you go out in the woods, spend more time in the woods there, Allie, looking for dog band there. You spend less time in the ball pens there playing with them blue balls. By God. Will never be seen again, huh? That sounds like fun, Ryan. I'll take you up on that goddamn challenge. Sounds good there, Three Souls. All right. Old King Cole was a very old soul. Oh, God. All righty. There you go. Let's see, Holly got a new one coming out. Oh, this looks good.
Okay, guys, Holly here with Holly's Lore. I have a little tip for everybody who can't find like Lysol wipes or something. Okay, guys, Holly here with Holly's Lore. I have a little tip for everybody who can't find like Lysol wipes or something. I came up with an idea. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but it made sense to me. Let me show you what I did. Okay, guys, excuse my messy kitchen here. What I did was I got they're kind of cheap dollars or like Family Dollar Store brand paper towels, and I got all I could find was all-purpose cleaner. It says it kills 99% of germs. So far, I folded it. I got a nice big stack here. I'm gonna fold it in half. I can't really do it with one hand here, but I'll show you. Just kind of fold them to select the size, fold it in half. And I'll be right back to show you what I did after that. Okay, see, I took all the paper towels I bought off a whole roll, just one roll, and I folded them in half, and we got them stacked here. Now what you want to do is I bought these brand new plastic containers, little square ones. We're gonna divide the paper towels up in that. Okay, now I got all my paper towels in the containers. Yeah, the containers are a little small for this, but you know what? It'll work. It'll shrink down once you get the liquid in there. And we take our multi-purpose cleaner, comparable to like Lysol or something. Sorry. And let's see if I can do this while I'm filming. Just kind of soak your paper towels. Get it everywhere here. Okay, now just push. Get them wet. Get them nice and wet here. You want them to be nice and wet. So I have to add more. Hopefully one bottle will be enough. I'll find out. It should be. There we go. A little bit more here. Splashing it everywhere. At least it won't hurt nothing. Just a little bit more. That corner's still a little dry. There we go. Now you do that with all your containers that you want to make. And just take the lid on it and make sure it's nice and secure. So you keep the air out, keep them from getting wet. And I can't do this with one hand. There we go. I think I got it. Keep my air out. And there you go. You'll have wipes you can wipe things down with without having to get a sprayer out and a rag and all that. Because I know that's a pain in the butt sometimes. So, well, there you go. I hope this helps you guys. Try to stay safe and good luck.
All right, y'all. I was doing something that Holly threw together. Hey, I put it out there. Maybe I help people this time with this dang virus running around. Hey, now I'm fixing this. Hello there, big deal. Holy shit, big deal's in the house. It's a big deal. Oh, how you doing, big? I was ready to say, by God. Oh, now we got something interesting from Holly's lore. If y'all would there, go check out her channel. Holly's a really super nice lady, good friend, good family. Y'all check out Holly there if you would. Help her channel out, please.
The Curse of Maul Dyer, Leonardtown, Maryland. Maul Dyer was a resident of Leonardtown, Maryland in the early 17th century. Townspeople would secretly visit her cabin in the woods for various remedies. Yes, you guessed it, Ma was a witch. One day, for some unexplained reason, probably someone died from one of her remedies that didn't work, she was accused of witchcraft. One cold winter's night, the town formed a posse and went out to the woods to her cabin. They set Ma's house on fire, hoping she would burn inside, but little did they know Ma saw them coming and ran off into the woods. Unfortunately for Ma, that night happened to be one of the coldest nights that winter, and she was found several days later frozen to death. It is reported that when they found her body, she was kneeling with one hand on a large rock and the other reaching for the sky, frozen in place. Many believe that she was placing a curse on the land at the time of her death. It seems the land around her cabin never again would grow crops, and there have been an unusual number of lightning strikes recorded there. Legend says that Ma's spirit still haunts the land looking for people who forced her from her home. A white dog has also been mentioned as causing accidents on Muldier Road. In 1972, a large boulder was found with what looked like a handprint on it. Many believed it to be the handprint of Muldier. The boulder was moved to the old jailhouse and eventually moved to St. Mary's Historical Society building, and it remains there today. Legend says the boulder is cursed. Anyone who goes near the rock is said to experience dizziness, eventually leading to fainting, and if you touch the rock, bad luck will follow you. The Witch's Tree, Whaleyville, Maryland. There is a tall, gnarly old chestnut tree in the burnt swamp. Legend says a woman was tied to this tree and killed for being witch, and that she placed a curse on this tree. Eventually, the swamp burned to the ground with nothing left, not once, but twice, with the only remaining tree in the swamp was that gnarly old chestnut. Reports say that strange things happen around the tree. Lights appear and disappear, apparitions of faces appear in the tree, and even screams can be heard throughout the swamp. Many say that the curse was placed on the tree by the witch, and that is why the tree never burnt in the fires. The curse is said to have been bad luck to anyone who touches the tree. Today, the tree is nothing more than a stump that people have spray painted. It has succumbed to a storm and fell across a dirt road in the swamp. It was cut up and placed along the road opposite of the stump. Although there is no longer a tree there standing, legend still remains that it is cursed, and strange, unexplainable things still happen in the area of the stump. Uneasy feelings like being watched are reported, and whatever you do not touch anything that is left of the stump, or the curse will follow you. The Goat Man of Bowie, Maryland. One of Maryland's several cryptid legends is the Goat Man. Goat Man is half human, half goat, who is said to have once been a researcher at the Agricultural Farm Research Center in Beltsville. At the time he worked at the center, he participated in various experiments with goats. Legend says that one of the experiments went wrong and somehow the researcher was infected with something. He quickly went insane and ran from the facility into the woods. He grew all of his hair until his whole body was covered and is said to once live in a shack by a bridge on Fletchertown Road until one day teenagers burned it down. Goat Man is said to still live in the area and roam, tormenting people and killing and decapitating animals with his axe. He is also known to throw rocks and bricks at passing cars. Chessie, Chesapeake Bay, Maryland. Whether land or sea, Maryland has a variety of cryptid legends. Chessie is a serpent-like sea monster that is said to live in the Chesapeake Bay and is very similar to the Loch Ness Monster of Scotland. It is reported to have flippers as part of its body and is somewhere between 25 feet and 40 feet. There have been several reports, pictures, and videos of this monster. Jericho Covered Bridge, Harford County, Maryland. Jericho Covered Bridge was built in 1865 and is one of Maryland's last remaining covered bridges. Some parts have been reconstructed, but the bridge remains some of its original pieces. According to local legends, people driving across the bridge have claimed their vehicles would mysteriously stop in the middle of the bridge, and when they would look up, they would see feet dangling from overhead. Some locals say the hanging ghosts are a teen couple that were told they could not be together, so they hung themselves from the rafters to be with each other for all eternity. Other legends say the hanging ghosts are those of lynched runaway slaves. There have also been reports of a ghostly woman crossing the bridge carrying a basket of freshly cut flowers, and several paranormal investigators reported seeing a young woman with a badly burned face. Other strange reports from the bridge include a large gray monkey-like creature with a large tail and a red-eyed demon protecting the bridge from any unwanted visitors. There have also been reports of blood-curdling screams heard near the bridge. The Blue Dog, Port Tobacco, Maryland. Just after the American Revolutionary War, a soldier, Charles Sims, came into some money. He and his faithful blue-tick hound went to town to a local watering hole one night. Charles ended up having too many drinks that night, and he started to boast about his newfound wealth and the deed he had to the property. He also said that he had these things on him. This caught the attention of many at the bar, but one man, Henry Hanos, took an extra interest. When Charles finally left the bar, Hanos followed along with a couple other people. The group jumped Sims and his dog along Rose Hill Road, killing them both. Hanos then took the treasure and buried it beneath a holly tree and fled the scene. When Hanos came back to retrieve the treasure, a ghostly large blue dog came out of nowhere howling. When the dog charged Hanos, he fled again. Mysteriously, a short time later, he fell sick and died, never retrieving the buried treasure. Legend says anyone who comes to the rock and the tree at night where Sims and his faithful companion were murdered, a large blue ghostly dog will appear howling and charging anyone who gets too close to his master's treasure. Snallygaster, Frederick County, Maryland. The snallygaster is another of Maryland's cryptid creatures. It is reported as a half-bird, half-reptile with a metallic-looking beak lined with razor-sharp teeth. Some reports also claim it has octopus-like tentacles and enormous wings with claws like steel hooks. The name Snallygaster came from the German immigrants of the area. Schneller Geist, meaning quick ghost. The Snallygaster is reported to swoop out of the sky and snatch people and animals for his food. Dueo, Frederick County, Maryland. Any Marylander knows you can't mention the Snallygaster without talking about its mortal enemy, the Dueo. The Dueo is a 6-foot-tall, wolf-like creature with dark fur covering its body. It has a bushy tail, a snout like a dog, and stands on 2 feet and walks like a human. There have been many reports through the years of it being seen mostly in the Gambrel Mountain area. The Dueo is said to attack anyone who gets too close and has been reported to kill pets and sometimes livestock. The Dueo and the Snallygaster have also been reported to battle it out on several occasions when the Snallygaster dared enter the Dueo's territory. Point Lookout State Park, Scotland, Maryland. Point Lookout was the location of the largest Civil War prison camp, with more than 50,000 Confederate soldiers held there between 1863 and 1865. It is estimated that about 2,400 soldiers died in this camp. There have been several reports from the state park. A few residents on the ground have reported hearing muzzleloader shots, but when it was checked out, there was nothing. One park ranger reported seeing a man sitting on the side of the road, dressed in what he thought looked like Civil War-type clothing. When the ranger went to check on the man, he mysteriously disappeared. The most well-known haunted spot in the state park is reported to be the lighthouse. Built in 1830, it was a 1.5-story wood and brick building. In about 1883, another story was added. Disembodied voices have been reported here. One of the voices is thought to say, "Fire if they get too close," and another is a female saying, "My home." Many believe the female spirit is Ann Davis, wife of the first lighthouse keeper. Apparitions of Ann Davis have also been reported. She is dressed in a white blouse and blue skirt and stands at the top of the stairs. Other apparitions have been reported of being soldiers from the Civil War. There is also one room in the lighthouse that always seems to smell of rotten eggs. Glendale Hospital, Glendale, Maryland. Glendale sits on over 200 acres of land, about 15 miles outside of Washington, D.C. Its doors opened in 1934 as a tuberculosis hospital, and by the 1950s, as cases of TB declined, it is said it became an institute for the criminally insane. Many patients have died here, forgotten about when the facility finally closed its doors in 1981. There have been reports of smoke seen and smell coming from the old crematorium, as well as strange moans, whispers, even screams of agony heard throughout. People have also reported seeing apparitions of former patients wandering the grounds, the most common being a man in a straitjacket. There have also been reports of wild dogs on the ground. Today, Glendale is rapidly deteriorating and is closed off to the public. The grounds are patrolled regularly by security and police.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Venomous Fringe. Tonight's show, we are going into Arizona as we talk about the mysterious phenomenon of upright canines seen throughout the state. Like we do with the other shows we've done on states and activity, We want to make these shows educational, but as well as important for not only this data, but, for example, if you are a resident within the Arizona state or within the area of a certain portion of the state, such as Phoenix, for example, which had several sightings, you would also want to know where the surroundings are and what to look out for, even though in many cases with dogmen, it's the case being of not looking out, but knowing where they're at exactly. So what you would know where they're at, and if you're a researcher, if you want to get a research team around the area, of course, at your own risk, and of course, when it comes to permits and of course permissions, just as always, stay safe. But the whole basis of these shows is to put data out there and to help others within the state regions, of course, who don't know too much about where the dogman activity is in their respective portion of the state.
Ooh.
So I think doing these shows have
Want to
really
give a
helped
shout
people.
out
I
to
know
the big
Florida
deal
episode and
from
Pennsylvania
YouTube.
episode,
Get a
lot of
chance,
people
check his
talk
channel
about
out.
them there.
That's
So I'm
big
very happy
deal.
that a lot of you are enjoying them.
By God.
And I know it comes with a lot of risk sometimes, because I know for some of you, and there's a lot in Arizona that you could definitely have a majority of people who have had experiences. And it's also interesting because some of these experiences happen in a Native American reservoir. So this, to me, it's pretty exciting to talk about. So I'm not going to hold it up any further. Let's take a look at the state of Arizona first of all. You can see at the size of the map that you have something here that is it's scattered. You have on the south, you have east, you have west. There's always reports north and south majority, but really, to be honest with you, you can consider it both ways. But in a way, though, with Arizona, there's a lot going on. But at the same time, the activity is so widespread, you really got to get a good idea on what we're looking at, to be exact. So I'm going to kick it off with the. So we're going to start off with Flagstaff, Arizona. Now, this was north of the Gray Mountain, and there is a forest, and I apologize if I butcher the name, but Kabab National Forest is west of this sighting seen on the map. And this was a sighting of a dogman crossing the road the summer of '97. This is a description of the encounter. About June 30th, 1997, Flagstaff, Arizona, while I was driving a van eastbound, I saw a huge dogman that looked like a combo of a grizzly and wolf hybrid, bounding to run on four legs going northbound across the dirt road I was driving on. It was dark cinnamon in color. It did not bother me and appeared to have other interests than its mind. Even though I accelerated the vehicle to intercept and cut off the critter's axis of travel, it increased its running speed and got into the interception point before the vehicle could get there. The GPS coordinates are all intercept point where the dogman crossed the dirt road. And I will put the coordinates in the description, but it's pretty interesting when eyewitnesses mention coordinates and showcase where the coordinates go to. And the thing is that where this took place, it's not too far from National Forest. Now, I always tend to think that National Forests are a big hotspot for some sort of plantation for dogmen or even Sasquatch to rest in, so to speak. And I think in this case, could that possibly be a hotspot for them and they can cross? And it's north of Flagstaff and it's not too far away. You look on the map right now, it's not even far away at all. So it's interesting to me, but you could say that it could be yes or no on it, but it's not where this took place, and the coordinates of course match the exact location over here. This is basically something that whatever you have, it's definitely something upright and not your typical zoological creature. This is an interesting description of the creature too, by the way, folks. If you had heard what I had mentioned about the grizzly bear and wolf hybrid bounding looking creature, that this is how he described it. There is this movie called Curse. It's a 2004 horror movie, and the werewolf in that movie, and I'll put a photo of it on the slides as you can see now, just to give an example. I feel that this is what's close to that type of hybrid. At the same time, there was another werewolf movie. I forgot the name, but I'll leave a link to it in the description. There was a grisly-looking werewolf creature. So it's interesting to me how a lot of these dogmen look like something you see out of a Hollywood movie, but at the same time, the purpose of what I'm saying is that there's some sort of drawn fascination with how we get the descriptions of what we see in fiction and how it just accelerates even into the belief that these things do exist. There's no way. And I would think that this is a canine variant, but could it be a different variant than the variants that we know of? And could this be a variant you can classify as a variant 5? Dogmen are much like these scavenger type animals that have these abilities that they look like something you'd see out of not just the work of fiction, but the fact that they do have a power, not a power of supernatural, possibly, but I wouldn't, like I always say, I don't believe a dogman could be it's a flesh and blood, but I don't believe it to be a supernatural creature. Anything supernatural is like a werewolf type. Now, there could be a skinwalker aspect of the creature. Could it possibly have the abilities to look like that? Because when you hear of a grizzly and wolf hybrid, if you follow genetics, I'm pretty sure that you can't cross DNA in a sense with the genetics of both the grizzly and the wolf. I could be wrong on that, folks. I am not anywhere near in that profession, but please correct me if I'm wrong on that. But could it be something else? Most likely. I mean, in the source of it, I mean, who knows? But this is just one of those cases that just startles it. But again, I don't think that this was it could be a dogman case where, yes, this is a dogman. It can be a hybrid after all, like that. And much like other hybrids out there that we don't know of, most likely. Whereas it may not be a skinwalker, but we don't know for sure. The description basically goes on that the guy was just trying to intercept the creature, as it, of course, got the best of him, but luckily, he was able to get out of it in one piece. So it's a very interesting case, and of course, like I said, by the Cape Abbott National Forest on the eastern portion, I mean, this forest would be a good hotspot for it, but who knows exactly if it could be running around from there. If you are a resident of Flagstaff and you do want to submit a report or you know of an encounter, feel free to reach me at thevenomousfringe@gmail.com, and I will leave a link to my email in the description. And folks, if you are from any region we're talking about tonight and have a report just in general, like I mentioned, feel free to reach me. So let's move on and accelerate. Now let's go a little east into Indian Wells. Indian Wells, right in the Navajo County area, had a report, and this was reported also on DolphinEncounters.com. Big shout out to Big Pundit as well as Dolphin Encounters. Every story we are covering here tonight will be a link in the description. You can check out the original story, and credit will go to that respected owner, like we've done with every other episode, going from Vic to Linda to Lon to the Phantom and Monsters Forum, the Paranormal About, the Crypto Crew, the whole majority of news-related article cryptid blogs out there. Thank you for your contributions to the field as well, as all credit goes to you. This report happened in 2015 with two possible dogmen. While scanning the valley floor for sheep a mile from the house, the eyewitness noticed two looping figures. Initially, he thought the figures were coyotes or stray dogs. Figures near the old sunken vehicle, the eyewitness noticed that the things were about the size of the vehicle, nearly 8 feet long. No animal could be that big on the res. The eyewitness watched the two figures until they disappeared into the woods across the valley. It was starting to get dark, but the moon was bright enough. The eyewitness walked without a light. He walked down the mountain and heard some yelling. It was like a howl or a yell. The eyewitness started to leave the area, and when he returned to his house, he locked the door and spent the night listening to the strangest howls. The eyewitness had said he had seen two creatures. The figures at first he thought were coyote or dogs, so this was typical canine variant, what I believe. Normal coyote variant 2 of 3, to be exact. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but something that was interesting to me about that. The two figures near the old sunken vehicle that he mentioned that these were about 8 feet long. These creatures look exactly like they were over the tower in the car. So these were definitely giant animals that he was looking at. Around the area, hearing the howling and yelling, it appeared to me that a live food source and the creatures just making the noises in the night. And the location of this area, it's nice and deserted. It's very possible to see a dolphin in this location in general. The beauty of it. And the thing is that where this location and the sighting of it happened, I mean, it would make perfect sense for a dolphin or something there to make its territory known and make howls and sounds, and in clear areas too, which is very mysterious on its own end. But this was one of those cases that really does makes the hair on the back of your head stand up, because hearing strange sounds at night like that, personally, are some things that many eyewitnesses, they're freaked out about. Because you don't know what kind of creature this is, and I think a lot of people do know this, but for all those who are still new to the subject, these are creatures that we still cannot explain, and I think the most important thing is that we take a gist on what's open as opinion and what can be classified and declassified, but it's a tough process because the field it's one of those things. But I'm going off subject. My apologies, folks, but this is another sighting that took place east of the Hopi Reservation. This report happened basically in between the narrows of New Mexico and Arizona, but this was a report of a furless skinwalker that crossed the road. Phantoms, and this was the paranormal about weird creatures, monsters form in the story. The eyewitness said he was leaving his friend's house after the band practice from Pledge to Arizona. I apologize if I butchered the name. At around 3 a.m. His high beams were on. At the very edge of the light, about 100 yards away, he saw a tall, thin bipedal being slowly cross the highway. The being's appearance was grayish and had a large head that resembled a canine with a snout and pointy ears. It did not appear to have fur or hair, or tail at all. The being did not give any indication that it noticed him. It had a slouching walk. He describes it as posture being in the shape of a question mark, and its hands almost reached to its knees. It did not have a tail, and judging by the state of trees in the area, its estimated height was about 7 feet. So again, another report of the way it's shaped, the description of how it was shaped is curious, because this is one of those cases in the dogman realm where it could be something totally different. And so that's a very interesting report. That's kind of fascinated me to an extent, because it appears that there's a lot of skinwalker-like, unknown cryptid-like creatures roaming through Arizona. There was an individual who I'd spoken to in the group who had mentioned to me that he had seen a giant-looking, upright, skinwalker-looking creature, looked like a rake, and he had mentioned it somewhere not in the Nova portion, but not too far from these locations. So that makes me wonder here if there is a bit of a skinwalker somewhat connection with the location landmarks. But it's truly fascinating to me, because I feel that there is a different group of different pods of different cryptids, such as dolphin or skinwalkers or whatever you want to call them, roaming these portions of throughout Arizona. But these are some very interesting reports that I had seen, and I thought those were pretty cool. And as always, there's always something here that really does make you wonder. It makes the hairs in the back of your neck stand up, that I always call it. I want to now transfer over towards Sierra Vista. Hopefully I said that right. This was a dogman report that happened in 1987, nearly 32 years ago. This was coming from the dogmanencounters.com in the Cochise County, Arizona. The story goes as I follow. The eyewitness opened the back door and was looking out in the darkness at that point. The eyewitness stepped out when she saw a pair of eyes looking back at them out of the darkness. From the top of the eyewitness's head in the trailer to the ground, they looked about 7+ feet or so tall. A set of eyes looking at this individual, level and square. The eyewitness thought it was a coyote, must have been on a small gravel hill, paving roads back in the day, a bird on a mosquito bush. The eyewitness thought to themselves that the monsoon was awfully bad and rained hard. What kind of bird would hunker down on a mesquite bush? Why would a coyote be out in a downpour? The eyewitness was raising the rifle, drawing a bead of eyes, when the lightning lights look up at night. All of a sudden, the lightning illuminates the small gravel hill, 6 feet high, surrounding the mesquite bushes. Light winks out as fast as it appeared from the lighting ground. Nothing on the gravel hill and no bird or any of the mesquite bushes. Then it dawned on the eyewitness that whatever it was very tall and was still staring at him. A sense of dread crept over the eyewitness and realized that there was a 30-30, only one had an easy bullet. And if the eyewitness had missed, there was no way he would reload, for it was too close to him. The eyewitness kept the gun pointed as quickly and closed the door. The eyewitness locked the door, realizing the trailer would never withstand whatever was out there if it attacked. I find cases like this to be somewhat quite intimidating. The eyewitness had his rifle ready to go in case this creature was going to charge at him, and they weren't too far apart from one another. What I like about stories like this is that you have a confrontation almost, but the dogman creature, or whatever it was just staring right at him, and the lightning illumination off the gravel hill surely showed the size difference. This also reminds me of the cases of involving dogmen being seen during thunderstorms and lightning flashes. Some believe there's some sort of kinetic energy that these creatures can hold that cause them to be seen in such narrow-minded places, but at the same time, there's also an understanding that if these things have some sort of connection energy-wise, that it's massive enough for them to do whatever they wish. And you gotta remember too, folks, dogmen are one of those cryptids that there's a lot of unknown answers we got, whereas we have a lot of questions. I think we have more questions than we do answers in this field. And for why they're illuminating, well, why there's lightning and thunderstorms, why they're seen at that rate, that makes me wonder. And I want to know what would be the case, whether it's energy, whether it's the fact of just exploration. I don't know, but that's just my little guess on things. I want to now transition to Bayard, where there was a report of 4 teenagers in 1970 seeing a werewolf run next to a car. In Fort Gallup, this is a story off the Arizona-New Mexico border. Fort Gallup, New Mexico youths allegedly encountered what they called a werewolf along the side of the road near Whitewater one day in January 1970. When they were on the way to Zuni, managed to keep pace with their car, which was traveling at 45 miles per hour. One witness reported it was about to go about 5 feet 7, and I was surprised it could go so fast, the eyewitness recalled. At first, I thought my friends were playing a joke on me, but when I found out they weren't, I was scared, and we rolled up the windows real fast and locked doors of the car. I started driving faster, about 60 miles per hour, but it was hard because that highway has a lot of sharp turns. Someone finally got a gun at it and shot at it. I know it got hit and fell down, but there was no blood. I know I couldn't be a person because people cannot move that fast. Another encounter that is very interesting to me because this is 1970, so nearly almost literally 50 years ago, involving 4 youths who had an encounter with a dogman. And whatever this was, or a werewolf as they called it, it's something of interest right there. That's something right there I can't even myself explain, but definitely interesting for what it is. I realize that there's a big gap between Arizona and New Mexico, so it might actually be just New Mexico for this one report. But that's a little sneak peek, I guess, for the New Mexico stories, which of course there's not a lot. But anyways, we'll head back into it to Arizona. So my apologies on that, guys. But there you go, a little sneak peek of the new New Mexico episode. Our last location that I want to take a look at is the Phoenix, Arizona. Now, Phoenix, Arizona has 3 distinct reports of domestic dogman encounters, or what appears to be dogman, so let's get into them right now. A were-dog skinwalker kept up with the car in 2007. This was in Phoenix, Arizona, west of Goodyear, approximately around the South Mountain Village. The report goes and follows. The eyewitness was driving down Base Lane Road and passed a park. She saw a large dog sitting in the park and paid no attention, but then she saw it was starting to run after her car. She said it stayed right with her on the driver's side and did not seem to want to give up. She floored the gas and was going really fast, and the dog kept up. Finally, she lost it. She looked in the rearview mirror, and the dog stood up on its hind legs and walked across the road. She vowed to never be in that area again at night. She said a short time after that, a friend was driving to her house down Baseline and saw the same creature. It chased her also and walked on 2 legs. Like the New Mexico report, in this report, there seems to be a constant need of these creatures chasing after vehicles. I've always believed that there's something about the vehicle or something of interest that they do that for, or it's to rid of people out of the area. This was in a residential community, or it was in a residential stance to be exact. So I believe that if this dogman being sighted at a park, which interests me because I can understand that there's no necessary reported time of when this report happened. All we know is that this report was around this area and this is what happened. And for a dogman to be in a park like that, that's something to me that just really, it makes you wonder. It makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, you know? But whatever it was, and whatever chased her, it chased her friend as well, her friend, as I mentioned, and it makes me wonder if this is something slightly not a dogman, maybe this was something even far more. But she described it as a were-dog, and it was reported it could be a skinwalker. This could have been maybe a skinwalker. I'm not saying it was, but I'm saying it could possibly be one. But this is something of interest as well. So if you are from the South Mountain Village report area and want to submit a report, feel free to. I want to transition east towards the Mesa Community College area, the Dobson Ranch report area by the Kiwanis Park. And this is a report that happened of a huge werewolf chasing teenagers off a golf course. Now, this kind of makes, this could be a small connection here, because this is only east, and it's not too far. Estimation-wise, probably about maybe 15, 20 miles, maybe less than that. It doesn't even seem that far. Not even far at all, but the map, maps tell difference. Maps look like everything's so close. But the report goes that 4 teenagers walked onto the Chamuar golf course, and I hope if I butchered that term again, I do apologize. Under the cover of darkness, the course is in a highly populated residential area of the city, so the group tried to keep quiet, walking along the palm trees next to a wall. Then their world changed. Reported as said from one of the eyewitnesses, we were talking. My girlfriend says something like, hey, something just jumped out of that palm tree. A few seconds later, she lets out a blood-curdling scream and a pure shock reaction. The eyewitness turned and saw something he only seen in movies. There's a creature lumbering along the wall towards us, the eyewitness said. It was tall as me, 6 foot, hunched over, huge snout like a werewolf. The beast lunged towards the teens and they took off. It was chasing after us, the eyewitness mentioned. I turned and ran and I didn't think to look back. Could have this been a skinwalker or a dogman, or perhaps a dogman that was trying to get people out of the area, or purposely saying, leave me alone, my cover could be blown, something like that. This happens. And being it's been another report in a residential area makes me wonder if there's a connection between the South Mountain Village report and now this report. I want to know if there's more in this area from the Shalimar golf course, because I want to know if there's something that we're not entirely getting here. But it's a very interesting case. Reportedly, too, it said that the creature looked like it had just jumped out of the palm tree. A dog man has capability, in my opinion, of hiding in trees, has the ability of finding trees. They're right there. But there's, I think, a few setbacks to them. I personally would not want to be in the dog man's tree for sure. There was a skinwalker report at 3 poles. This is the last report in the Phoenix, Arizona region. The story goes as follows. The eyewitnesses left, saw a Rottweiler walking on its hind legs straight to the middle of our camp. It was easy 5 feet tall and had bright orange eyes. The eyewitness freaked out and screamed as it was running at them. Still standing up, it disappeared into a bush after the eyewitnesses turned to the corner. Later on, at the other camp, an old man in his face covered up by hair visited us and acted very strangely. We ran out of drinks, so a friend and I decided to head out on foot. No car, a friend had to take it home. We saw a car. As it approached, it slowed down to a halt and at the same man asked if we wanted to ride. We said no, because by this time the friends and I had told me that the man was a skinwalker. He grabbed my arm and pulled me by his collar and looked straight at me. As my friend ran up to grab me, the man took off in his car. Could this and the other 2 reports be connected? Could it be the same person, just this time this guy is revealed to be a human being? See, folks, we don't know that for sure. We don't have a good grip on it. But what we do know is that whatever it was and whatever these eyewitnesses had seen, it was something that's very, very far much a creepy cryptid. Now, there's also reports of how older gentlemen could look like a dog man or a skinwalker, so to speak. And it does make sense if this is one of those cases. But truly, we don't know for sure. But what we do know is that there might be a connection with these 3 cases. The mentioning about it looked like a Rottweiler. Now, reports of skinless like dogmen with like hair, no hair. It's reported, but I believe this could be maybe a skinwalker. And the 2 other reports that are just west, Mesa Community College. First of all, this report here, as you can see, if you look at the left, the other report is the report I just talked about involving the 4 teams running off the golf course. So could this be the same person? Just these are 2 different parties seeing it. The camp nearby, another thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But as you can see, guys, Arizona is filled with some reports, and it looks like there's a lot of skinwalker-like activity there versus some actual dogman reports. Whether you think that dogmen and skinwalkers are the same and they're supernatural, that's your opinion, but I believe dogmen are flesh and blood, as I believe skinwalkers and werewolves are supernatural. And it's a very terrifying case, I think. Arizona's got a lot of activity. So if you are from the Arizona area and you would like to submit a report, feel free to reach me at thevenomoussfringe@gmail.com. We're going to conclude the show tonight. I want to thank everyone for the show. Folks, as you know, we have a Discord. There is a link in the comment section in the description, my apologies, where you could go and click on the link. And as always, guys, feel free to join our chat. Basically, we're there every day, chatting, discussing dogmen and other unknown in the world. If you guys, of course, as always, want to join the Facebook group, we have a link in the description as well. And if you would like to leave a donation, there is a PayPal link. If you enjoyed this content, guys, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts down below. And as always, folks, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.
There we go. Oh my, dang it. All right. All righty, y'all. Pickerel Lake, huh? All right, anybody want to come up? Rod? Ooh, Allie. Ooh. Ooh. All right. What? Oh, come on up, Vale. Ooh. Hell, Rod, regular dogs will eat grass too. Look at Allie. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. How y'all like that picture Vale made for me yesterday? We got that made up special for South Mama. By God. Oh, by God. Oh, hello there.
Yes,
What's happening?
absolutely nothing. Try not to fall asleep over here in this chair.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I got Mama hollered at me, Clown. Hey, look at that. I put up a picture just for her. My God. I still like that one the best.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
That's it. Man.
So, did you get your video straightened out?
I stopped on and done an interview with Venomous Fringe. I had a couple more things to it after y'all got off the phone with you. I'll fix to see about doing a little more work on it. I'm not gonna rush this and put out a half-assed version. I want to get it looking good.
Right, take your time on it.
One of the things I'm gonna do now is I got a video editor. I can actually put text in. I can sit and listen for spirit box responses and then transcribe them over. You start doing a more professional product.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to introduce that one to everybody when I do my live one.
Hell yeah. There you go.
Why not?
Damn it. It's hot up here. Shit, I think here in a little bit I'm gonna take me a nap. When I get up, I'll finish working on that video.
I took a nap. I almost missed your thing with Venomous Fringe.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I almost just laid down, went to sleep afterward. I sat there and sleep a whole lot last night. I had to make myself go to sleep. I sat there all keyed up for the interview and just knowed I was going to oversleep. The Felton Mansion. How this time I go into the Felton Mansion?
Where's that at?
I don't know. It's like a place where perverts hang out at. Go there, get a felt. My God.
Clown needs some felt today.
Yeah. Oh. Damn it. Where the hell? There's JB. Yeah, JB want to watch.
Yeah, he's a watcher. He's been watching from the background.
That's it. Oh. There you go. Allie says, no, no, Clown. It's not that kind of felt. Yep. Got some slang for you. You know, they sit there in prisons there in Louisiana, what they call it, like in Angola, they call it, what inmates they want to chop on them for being a perv. They call him a dick watcher.
Okay.
My God.
Use your new word. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, oh Lord. Oh, man. WrestleMania comes on tomorrow.
My day off is tomorrow.
Oh, you work?
No, I just take time out from everything, spend time with the family, and, that's my day.
I don't ever take time off. I push on this damn on YouTube and Twitter hard, trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm trying to grow.
I Oh, I go in there and watch everybody's videos. I subscribe to, do some shout outs for them and everything. And I don't try to work on nothing of my own, just that one day.
I'm talking about going to that out there checking woods out tomorrow. I don't know, I might not.
I know here in a few days we're going to be doing that burnt mill.
Burnt. Why they call it burnt meal? Look at there. Oh man, they tell me WrestleMania's on right now. Son of a bitch.
Oh, you better kick us all out.
Nah, I got WWE. I can sit there and start it back a little bit. Thank you there, Ro, for letting me know. I got. Hey, how you doing, Ro? So why do they call it burnt meal?
Well, in the 1800s, when they first put in the grist mill, no one ever had one. And they got all drunk and started celebrating that they actually had one. They was going to start production and everything. Well, it was actual rivalry. This one guy was going to start building him a mill. So all the drunks, they decided they were going to go home. They were done partying for the night, and it started storming and lightning and everything. And lo and behold, somehow the mill got burnt down. So yeah, there were some guys that actually died in the fire that got left behind.
All right, JB. Yeah, somebody got killed in it, you say?
Oh yeah.
That's a shame. But maybe at least there's somebody they didn't like was nearby and grab a hold of them and hold on and bring them for the ride. My God. Oh, take it easy there, JB.
Later, JB.
JB's a good guy. Ooh. Yeah, now JB hugging on them South Cake Mama. Word for today's Red Rocket. My God.
You gotta watch him. He's kind of like that perverted joke you don't want to tell at the Thanksgiving Christmas table.
I'll tell it. Going back. Sheila said instead of a lynch mob, it was a burn mob.
Yeah. I know we're going to go back out to that cemetery that killed everything. I also seen on that video, I didn't see it until I was going through there, there's like a big winged creature that's like hanging over one of the tombstones.
Big winged creature, be like a bat?
Yeah, it was huge.
How big?
Yeah, I'd have to look at the video, but it was pretty good size. It was a big shadow because it was like two pictures taken back to back, and one it wasn't there, and the next, clip it was there. It just looked like a big bat form shaped shadow. It was pretty cool.
That might be paranormal.
Yeah, I was hoping I should have caught that whenever I first had the video. I would have pointed it out.
But there was clip that was the next. Yep, that sounds something don't sound right there. If you're scared of paranormal, Sheila said it's Batman.
It wasn't Batman.
No.
I ain't scared to go out there. I just don't want to get stuck out there. Maybe I'll bring my tent next time in case the river comes up.
A tent? Well, it must be above the water, yeah.
Well, parts of the island are above the water. Yeah, they got houses out there, but they're like 20 foot high on stilts on some of them, and some of them are fine.
They'll have a road on a bridge to connect it back to land.
They do at the beginning of where Missouri and Kaskaskia Island starts, like the first part of that video, but then you get out on the island, and it's all flat. It's raised up in some parts.
That sounds kind of rough.
Yeah, it's sketchy going out there.
That could be fun. That's salt water.
No, it's fresh water. It's a river.
Mm.
It's the Mississippi.
Yep. And they're telling all kind of activity there is out there.
Whew, the Mississippi. A lot of steamboats went down, and it's ungodly of what's out there. I mean, all them graves that got flooded in Kaskaskia, all them bodies floated down the Mississippi River. They don't even know where those went to.
Yeah, man. They finally went on a trip.
Yeah, they might be in New Orleans.
Oh, screw that. The world was all right. Damn it. So, hell, it's hard to do any videoing out there for shit drains cameras. They get them magnets.
Well, I thought about getting me one of them, just plug in inverters in the car and then an extension cord and run that way. That way they can't kill nothing.
There you go. Get one of them small generators.
Yeah. Bull sharks in the Mississippi. I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, they got the sharks that come up in the Mississippi from time to time. I know they found some sand sharks. I've heard about the bull sharks, but
They come up this far?
that's possible. Back in the 5th century, I'm thinking it was, but they had a monk was in a river 500 miles from the ocean, got out there and to go saw him bathe. Bull shark killed him. I think he swam 500 miles inshore through fresh water.
Wow.
And they got glands in their tail section. They accept creek salt, and it goes into the water, so it gives them a salt water coating so they can last for a while in fresh water. But yeah, for them and them damn bull sharks that swim up in fresh water, and they're pretty freaking aggressive too.
Oh wow! I spent my whole childhood swimming in like the rivers and stuff.
Yeah, probably had more luck with finding a damn alligator you would a shark. I would keep my ass out of damn water. Unless it's a damn swimming pool or a damn bathtub. Hell, even swimming pools ain't foolproof here in Florida. Just a couple of years ago, a guy had went out there back where he had his damn swimming pool. Said they had a 6-foot alligator that made its way into their swimming pool. Evidently, that clean water wasn't messing with it. You know, friggin' alligators can live in them ponds and lakes after they've been froze over.
No.
Yeah.
Sure.
They have adapted to where they stick their nose up out the water, and that water freezes around them where they don't have nothing but the tip of their nose out. And while they're hibernating, they just have air. Yeah, freshwater jaws, huh, Sheila?
I don't mess with those gators.
A cookie cutter shark, I've heard about them, Fleming Werfer. They drilled holes in submarines, damn it.
Damn.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, 'cause that's like steel.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a cookie cutter shark, it'd be a goddamn diamond cutter shark. Yeah, but I suppose it's possible.
10,000 leagues up. Holy hell.
Hell yeah. Damn it. Well, Ooh, bro, I'm over here having trouble keeping my eyes open. I'm so tired.
I'm about with you.
Oh, K-Pup's here. What's happening, K-Pup?
Okay, papas.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, let me see. 8:30. Let's see.
I just call him Mr. Hot Sauce.
Hot sauce, there you go.
Hoo-wee.
Uh. Yeah, I believe I'm gonna shut this one down if I can get some sleep. I'm sitting here so damn tired I can't keep my eyes open.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm good. Glad to hear you came up. Ooh, yeah, I'm just done quick. I want to do some more of your videos tomorrow. Shit, I sat there and looked earlier at Simply Southern Paranormal
Mm-hmm.
with her Twitter page, and she hadn't put nothing out new since the 2nd of this month. She's supposed to went out there next day and put game cameras out to try to get pictures of Bigfoot. She hadn't been active on Twitter since.
I know we're gonna get some new cameras. Hopefully, we can start catching some stuff around here that mine ain't catching.
Yeah, it might help. Yeah, I'm sitting there, been worried about that for a minute about that damn deal I was telling you about. But, it don't pay to keep worrying about it.
Yeah, Mufasa, let us slide.
Hmm.
All right, Bubba, I'm gonna slide off here and I'll come to the regular.
Yeah, as long as you don't slide off and land in the floor.
Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Yeah, me too. At first, a couple of years after my wife had died, about a month or so before the anniversary of her death, and had a reoccurring thing. Well, the same month it happened. So they'd be back in the damn hospital room to see her after she died. Her heart attack, lungs had stopped, so she was blue. And that dream, every time I'd sit there, see she was blue, reach down there to touch her face, and she'd grab a hold of my arm and come up like the Walking Dead to bite a big chunk out my arm. See, the first time it happened, I come completely out the bed and in the floor. Took me about 3 years to get to where I quit having that damn dream of her biting the hell out of me. That's crazy. Alrighty, Vale. Glad you came up. There you go, Shamrock Shakes. My God. Yeah, I believe I'm fixing to call it a night and get some sleep, y'all. Appreciate everybody showing up, and I'm so damn tired. I'm over here passing out at the wheel. I'll get off here, get some sleep. I get motivated. I get back up. I got a brand new that video from where I went and done the spirit box session at Cobb Cemetery. I can get up and start in the editing, finish editing out that video and getting it ready to put out. But appreciate everybody showing up. Really do. I think call it quits for tonight. Get some sleep, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Come on tomorrow. She about trying to promote Vale's channel, help her channel grow. Thank you there, Sheila. Appreciate you so much there. Fleming Werfer, K-Pub, Brian, Big Deal. Hey, everybody that showed up, appreciate you. Paranormal adoptee, God bless you. I picked the cut a flip, land in that bed, and go unconscious. I'm gonna try like hell to have that new Cobb Cemetery video edited out tomorrow where it can be watched. But I'm gonna get And I'll be back on live tomorrow for 6 o'clock. Hey, all right, everybody. I'll try to be back on at 6 o'clock there tomorrow, and I'll see y'all in a few.